welcome back friends, followers and transients to Kingdoms and Castles with me Vapor, and just where I left it off, the Vikings are attacking. And like Harmless Bongo said, I think we should build some wooden walls if we survive this attack. Okay, looks like we're kind of in trouble, so I don't think this tower is going to defend us very much. It will start taking them out, but not before we lose a considerable amount of people. And there we go. So the archer tower is kicked in. It should start taking them out slowly but surely, depending on the skill level of the people working here. And they're only currently at 30% skill. So their damage per second is 58. So, you know, they will take them out, but not as efficiently as they should. Oh wow, they're literally just torching anything in their path. Wow. Yes, wooden walls are going to be the way forward, I think. And they are pinching some of our people, which is natural. It's what they do. Okay, so we lost one field. That's not too bad so far. We can whack that back in. There's going to be a little bit of unhappiness as well from the Viking attack, of course. Okay, doesn't touch wood. Doesn't seem like we've lost any other buildings. This arch tower, which is probably still at 30%, it is going to continue. Oh, we've lost a cottage. That's not what we wanted to lose. We don't want to lose that at all. Put you there. There we go. We've got some homeless people now, which means they didn't really take anybody, I guess. It's not. Can I see? Have they got anybody? Oh yeah, they have. Well, they mustn't have taken that many then. Which I suppose is a relatively good thing. So the happiness, there we go, recently homeless. Oh, there's still some more. We might actually take this guy out. But we're getting to a point where we can build our own soldiers. We do have the blacksmith up and running. I did build that, right? Yes, there it is. And that will be building tools initially. Where's the Viking? Did we get him? I think we did. Oh no, oh no, that's the initial one. Yes, we took one of them out. Some level of success then. So you're up here. Can't run a mine. Haven't got the staff. That's fine. You are up and running too. So with the tools, we're obviously going to increase our production of stone and wood. I don't think... Did I use tools? I'm not sure if they do. Does it tell me? There we go. Foresters, quarries, and mines. Okay. So we've got 11 tools forged so far last year, but now we've run out of people. Okay, so I guess let's get everything built back up. What's the happiness like? Well, we do have a little bit of gold, so let's throw a party. That should cheer people up a little bit. Plus 15. It's not like an amazing amount, but yikes. It's something. How many people have left? There is the question. One Viking. Oh, so we only lost one Viking. That's cool. I didn't realise it told you, but at least we know. Well, we got our house up and running. So we should have no more homeless people. And we're currently full. Interesting. Does that mean we have anyone working over here? We do. Do we have any jobs without people? Tax collectors. What? What on earth? So does that mean we're getting no gold without them? That must be a new job. I don't ever remember that. It does. It takes 5 people. So are we currently getting no gold? We are. So what's the point in tax collectors then? Does it make a lot of sense, right? Am I wrong in thinking that? Anyway, so you're covered nicely. The town square. We're gonna need another one over here. So let's drop that in before we put any more houses in. Let's chop some trees down before we put any more houses in. So we can put one, I guess somewhere there. It's going to be slightly offset. It's not going to be the prettiest design. But I think we will go for some wooden walls. That will be one of the next things on my agenda. Because we need to build up iron anyway. Before we can build an army. And I would like to have some tools. And the tools will allow me to remove some of these annoying rocks as well. So I could remove this one and have a stone mine here. Which would be nice. It's right next to the large stockpile. I'm tempted to put a small house in here, to be honest with you. I think we will. Let's just go with it. Right. Okay, you don't want to rotate. Okay, if you want your door facing the opposite way to everyone else, go for it. Some people, there's just no pleasing them. Okay, let's just whack the speed up a touch, get rid of these trees. So we're going to put a town square in here. We have the road continuing straight up. So I guess, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. I guess if I put it here, there'll be enough room for a pub. So there is a positive there. Get a cottage here. Is that back to front? It is. There we go. Which will increase a little bit more happiness. Let's go to view. We got food. We're fine. So we'll chop some of these down. And we will run a little bit of road that way. What are we looking for? Oh, I forgot about bakers. We're looking for a tavern. There it is. Just thinking, we have a market here. To be honest, with stone roads, it's probably not a real problem because they move up the road so quick. I mean, we could just to make it a little bit easier for some of the people that are a touch further away, and also for the market people. What are they called? They have a name. They are called marketeers. Well, there you are. Because they've got to collect the food, so if they can move up and down here much quicker, they're going to be so much more efficient in keeping the market full. Which means then it's better for the people. But I think maybe if we do the road across here as well, do we have stone? We do. Let's just come across here. Let's do that one too. So the heads of household will be able to move quickly, which means I'm hoping I will need less markets. Let's go for another cottage just on this side of the pub, or the tavern. Oh, we're still waiting for that one solitary tree. There we go. And we may as well stone road it up. There we are. Awesome. So that's going to give me a few more people to get some stuff done. Let's let all that happen first. Waits patiently with bated breath. So there's 149 beds and 132 people. What's the happiness looking like? Yeah, not too bad. At some point they're going to moan. There's nobody working here at the moment. But yeah, they're going to moan that there's not enough churches. At some point we will add the libraries because they're quite useful and they're quite small. A library would have fitted in there quite nicely actually. But that's covered by the church, so I'm not really worried. Food, I think we're probably going to be okay, even though I've built all those extra houses. But we do have the space to expand that. Okay, 161 people. Or 161 beds even. So 11 people have just currently moved in, which is really nice. How are we for jobs? Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, so some of these people are going to need to move into these jobs. It's funny how the buildings still work, even if there's nobody in them. Well, I mean, with the exception of things like mines, but you can still throw an event or a party without somebody being here. There's someone on that one. Okay, wait, has that job been filled? Am I just... Oh yeah, it has. Okay, so everything apart from windmill. If I'm reading that correctly. Yep, so we're pretty much there with that, which is fantastic. So, if we're going to build a wall, I guess we should probably come down here somewhere. I mean, it's tempting to stick to the edge, which I probably will do, but we don't want to go across the farmland. Well, wait a minute, let's think about this logically. That's a perfect spot for a farm. That is, I suppose, there's a space missing, but until we're irrigating, I don't think it's a big problem. So let's give ourselves a little bit of space. Okay, we have wood, but we don't have tons of it, so if we can kind of... Oh, how annoying. Come on, just give me enough wood for that. I only need one more log. Whoa, the swarm of ants have come out. It's like playing Empires of the Undergrowth all over again. And I really enjoyed that game. I don't know if any of you are watching it. Yeah, I think I stopped before the last mission because of things. And I will pick it up again, but I'm going to wait for more content to be added. But it's a really fantastic game. It's one to watch. But that's what that reminds me of when all them come running in. Oh, we're struggling for wood here. Do we need another forester? Or a wood chopper, or whatever we want to call them? So what's the life is 1 of 1. Life is 5 of 5. So what's the difference? I think the difference being these are flammable. Build and stack to form walls and towers. These towers are taller, they're harder to destroy. But they're right next to a well, so they're not going to be flammable anyway. Should I consider such things and have a well down here? I think we probably should. These take wood as well, so we're not going to get very far with this. What's the issue with wood? Chop down some trees. Do we have any spare people? I don't know. But okay, so we don't need any of the trees in this little area here, so we can have those down. 40 people visited, but none could find a space to stay. Well, that's fine. Let me keep an eye on my food, and then if I'm happy with said things, I will endeavour to put some more houses down. Speed the game up a touch. There we go. Let's get a well here. I'm just wondering if these are highly flammable. End of. We'll soon find out. It would make a little bit of sense when you think about it, because it is wood. I'm going to need to make them a little bit higher. We definitely need more archer towers. Can we place archer towers and ballistas and such on these? We can. But bear in mind, they do cost. So I don't want to go crazy with it, but I think if we at least... The attacks are not going to be that intense from what I remember from the get-go. It's once our population gets bigger and bigger. So I think we should probably run it to say about here. And we will come up just in front of this rock face, because it'll give me a chance to have another field here. And we'll come up... To be honest, that's another perfect spot there, so we might have to come around here. We could always stop it there and leave that bit open, and then come along here somewhere. I don't think we've got enough to be building. Is it a key? That's what they're called, or piers. I always get the names wrong. And just kind of encase this initial settlement. Yeah, maybe they've lowered the amount of resources, or maybe it just took a while to build. Can't quite remember. That sploshing noise is a well. I think I finally figured that out. Okay, that's cool. At least we know what's going on there. How much do these take each? Yikes. Too much. I think we need another forester. A bit of a plague going on. So, we have 21 builders. Where are we pinching people from? Everywhere. It's a good thing, this, but annoying at the same time. I guess if you're really concerned about things like food, you should definitely have them above builders. Builders is like the priority job. I think, to be honest, I think farmers should be above builders, because we don't want to ever stop producing food. That would be just disastrous. And we could have timber and quarry workers up here as well, because we don't want to stop producing materials. Doctors, just want to be careful. I think that should be up here too, because if you have a really bad plague, it could be terrible consequences. Okay, so we have 6 idle people when we're not doing anything. That's good to know. So how many does that take? All of them. That's ridiculous. Is it really that many people? 7 builders. Yikes, just to build that one little piece of wooden thing. That's nuts. I think we'll try and build one of these corners up here a touch. I like the walls though, they're quite fancy. It's just the fire risk that's a little bit scary. That is my main concern at this stage. Well, they're covered in snow, so if they set on fire, the snow will melt. Right, how are we doing for tools? What's going on here? Stored and ready to use. 1. Currently producing tools. Consumes 1 charcoal. Ready to use 2 charcoal. Are we actually producing them? I think we probably are, and they're being snatched up pretty quick. Let's have a look. Using tools for 50% faster chopping. There we go. So we are kind of cranking some up. We've definitely got enough charcoal. I think the problem here is the iron mine. Do we? Come on now. Okay, so where are they on the priority list? Are they just classed as a mine? Or a miner, should I say? Quarry workers, timber workers. Okay. Charcoal miners. Right, let's bring them up. Because we definitely need that. Let's put them up here somewhere. We could build another. We have, is it 3 people? We do. I think we should probably get another one in. I'm pretty sure one of these produces plenty enough, but let's go for it. Food is still looking quite good. We come to the end of the season and still had quite a lot. Potentially, I think... Where's the edge of that? Yeah, that church has got such a radius. Let's chop some of these trees down. Let's drop some more houses in. I would like to build some of the larger houses, but for the moment, I don't want to run before I can walk. We got a new year. Okay, so how was we doing for food? -5, so we were using a little bit more food. Oh, we just had a bad harvest that year. Tools, there we go. Dragons, awesome. Did the archers get any better? What were they at? 30. They're now at 50 damage per second. 13%. What were they at before? I thought they were at 30%. Or maybe it was the damage that was 30. You're going to come and burn down my lovely wooden walls, aren't you? And we can't currently build, which is a crying shame. Can't build ballistas. I guess that should be something next on our list. Is it Chamber of War? Yeah. And that gives us generals and stuff as well. Okay, what are you going to set fire to? Okay, he's flashing quite a bit, so we're definitely hitting him. Not now. He's flown just out of range. Awesome. So why are these unhappy? What are they having issues with? Well, they got charcoal, they got food. We've got access to water. Oh no, they're fine. They're just being miserable. So I reckon we will drop in here as the dragon flies over and starts to set fire to everything that I'm about to do, because that's what the dragon does. I'm gonna build another one. Yeah, look, exactly. Now they got a reason to be unhappy. They have a dragon loitering above their head. There we go. Thanks very much for that. Well, we have a well here, so hopefully that's not a problem. And in the backside. Could do with killing it. That would give us quite a bit of happiness. Okay, he's getting hit quite a bit. He is flashing, so he's being hit. I love how the people just run into the flames. Without care in the world, we definitely need some ballistas. So annoying. Do we have enough for another cottage? We do. I think... Oh, no. Take you from there. Have I just paused the game? No. We want the cottage here. Give me a chance for a library here. I don't think we need a well. No. What's this take? This doesn't take any wood, and we've got plenty of stone, so it makes sense, doesn't it? Let's go with that. Same thing here, just to speed things up. I think it's probably a good idea. I need to look into bakers again. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you, how much better they are. So I never got my head around that before. Like, were they worth everything? I'm gonna need another forester, I think. Yikes, we're just not keeping up. It's gonna take quite a few people from me. Okay, we've got these walls going. I'm probably gonna have to build this wall as high as this, but at least it kind of protects one side. And we've got a lot of farms over here, so having some towers over here wouldn't go amiss. We definitely need to think about another forester. Okay, you're covering to that point. You're covering to that point, so we could probably sneak one in here somewhere. Let's have a look. And we have this, so the edge of your area is here. I think if we take these, there may be okay. Let's have a look. Can we not? Oh, we need wood. Of course. The mason might be a good idea to have at some point too. He doesn't tell me where the other person's area of effect is. To be honest, actually, it might Here might just be good enough. Let's have a look. Well, we're only losing like two squares-ish if we put it... I think, no, we'll go there. I don't know if we put it in back to front or whatever. I don't think it really makes a huge difference. They seem to access the building from any which way. Yeah, I did kind of put it in the wrong way around. But that's fine. It's going to give me a tiny bit more wood. Once they chop those trees down. Come on, guys. There we go. One more. When you're ready. Thank you. That will do. In fact, how do I even build a library? Do we have what it takes to build one? Yes. When we got to think about happiness, why not? I mean, we're at 89%. It's not too bad at all, is it? Castle, I guess. Can we build any higher? Not yet. Our builders say that wood walls cannot exceed 3 levels. Ah, so that's the difference. They can't go that high. So if I was going to put an arch tower on here, it wouldn't have a huge radius. That's the downside. I wonder though. I'm interested. Does the game count them as a wall that's safe for these? Because I've got to build these walls next to it. Let's just test the theory, okay? So that one, it does. Ha! Awesome. So rather than spending stone and wood to build these side walls, I don't know what happens if that gets destroyed though. Will this collapse? But that's good to know. That is definitely good to know. I'm quite happy with that find. That's going to save me a little bit of stone. Not that I need to. It's more wood that I need to save. Okay, we got you going. We got 2 idle workers. 2 idle workers and we're actually doing stuff. Although speaking of things that need to be done, windmill. Of course, we don't have enough wood. That would be the way. It should slowly start going up now. We do definitely have, I would say, enough foresters, woodcutters, lumberjacks. There's 3 of them in a very densely packed forest. Okay, we are making quite a bit of charcoal and we are building things, but yeah, food is starting to go down. I think this should be enough though. Oh, they're coming right. Oh yeah, I forgot you got to put archways in. Oh, they don't have an archway for a wooden wall. Yeah, it doesn't make that much of a problem, I guess. I suppose I could put one in here. There you go. It's too far from our roads, of course. That makes sense. We want to save on wood. So I guess we should probably come across here with a stone road. Oh, we can only go to that point now. Let me think about it, because that is going to be farmland. Let's help these guys out a touch. There we go. Town, sorry, castle, stone wall. Perfect. Let's put a little thing through there. This area might actually make a good harbour when we come down to it. So we might replace all this with stone walls later on and use this as like the harbour sort of area. I would like a ballista though. What do we need? A chamber of war. It's fairly big, isn't it? Can we I like these being all together in some way, shape or form. Can we not upgrade the castle? It must have upgraded on its own. I do believe they were going to make the castle to upgrade it something you had to do. Because it auto upgrades. At least I think it still does. Castle, stone block. Cannot build. Okay, so it will be a little bit lower. Because the wood walls can't go as high. But what sort of range have we got on that? That's still a pretty decent range, isn't it? Is that ballista? Oh. So even though the building isn't built, I can have ballistas. Huh. Although I can't pause the building. So it's not like it was like, you know, just cheating. But at least we have a ballista. We could do one on this side as well. Let's leave them to build everything that they need to do though. I think, yeah, this is definitely going to be a harbour. And it will give us a place to get across here quite nicely. I mean, this is a fairly big island, really, when you look at it. There's lots of space. And we should be able to take water from here to turn a lot of this into really good farmland. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just wondering if we should probably actually just make that a little bit stronger along here. And then we're going to continue this way, aren't we? Yes. I remember. Oh, I can't wait to have that ballista. Bring on the dragons. What's wrong with you guys? Being taxed. You're just being a little bit nitpicky, aren't you? And most people are happy. I wonder if this stone road is going to slow them down a touch, but I don't think that is a major problem for them. Let's turn that off. There we go. Look at this. We're getting there. Just need a bunch of Vikings to come and ruin it all for us now. Although we can build soldiers. Food is taking a bit of a kicking. But that's good, because I don't want to be full on my granaries constantly. But I think we might potentially need another farm. We're coming up to the end of the year, I think, aren't we? So we'll soon find out. Year 52. We've not heard the chickens yet. Or the rooster. So they're taking all that food. Yeah, potentially. I think we're going to need... That'll probably be the next job. I think here would be ideal. Although here, this land is super fertile. That could be potentially a really good place. Or even here. So many options. But I think on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. Let me know what you think about what I'm doing. Especially with the walls and stuff like that. And what's your take on the food? I think potentially we need to expand before we do anything else. But I'm a little bit rusty with the game, so I'm always interested to know what you think. But on that note, I'm going to leave it right here. So until next time, as always, take care.